Now, one of the things I want to do with this, right? So far, we've been, a lot of it has been trying to work on natural landscape, trying to end up with something that I think is pretty. We've got our story of Red Blaze Hill here, but one of the things I'd like to do today is to see if we can really shoot up our population, which might mean expanding in an unpretty, uninteresting way. And just, you know, committing to grids, which is already what's starting to happen, right? As our city is growing here, and there's been more and more demand, and I think this is very much what cities happen. People are like, okay, well, we got to grow, and it's all about growing in an organized fashion, and there's going to be straight lines and grids everywhere. And I think that's we're going to see a lot of this. So we started building up this area last time, which, I mean, has some angles, but it's fairly gritty, right, compared to other things. And I think it's very natural, I think, for us to continue to expand here. I'm still wondering about working around this forest for now, although it wouldn't surprise me if at some point all this gets cut down for more housing. Mm-hmm. So this is our avenue here. I think we can probably extend it out to here and connect it up to our highway with a roundabout. Yeah. Take a look at our dump. Oh yeah, our dump is full. You're right, our landfill is filled. We need to process more. So a couple of things. First of all, we're probably well overdue for an incinerator. But before we get that, we can build a hazardous waste collection point because our landfill does process half a ton of garbage per month. And right now we're accumulating more than we process. We can increase our processing by a ton per month for pretty cheap with the hazardous waste collection point, which we are overdue for. Although we do not have the space to build it because of our bus depot. So let's move this depot. I'm gonna move it to way over here. And then coming back here. I mean, area too small. What? What area is too small? Does it need to have a bigger actual landfill for that to work? Huh. What does it mean? There's a hill? Maybe the elevation? I mean, there is... If I raise this... I don't know. I mean, short-term solution, first of all. We'll just go ahead and embiggen our dump. Sorry, landfill. Which is the term municipalities prefer. But, while we're at it, garbage. Oh, we do have the incineration plant unlocked. We should unlock the recycling center. Industrial waste, I don't know, but the recycling center collects and sorts garbage, produce reusable materials which are sold further. It reduces income for the city. Yeah, I think something in CS2, I think everything might be recyclable. I think you can run your city without a garbage dump and incinerator with just recycling centers. Although, I mean, the price for speed thing is a little bit different, but it does process 10 tons a month. That is actually a ridiculous amount of processing. Well, let's consider that. Okay, let's go back to over here, because yeah, I would like to see about embiggening the city. We get demand for everything.
From Australia, Quill
Slimothy Jimbles
was inquiring if the honorable mayor was accepting bribes.
The Mayor Quill is always and forever incredibly corrupt. In fact, I mean, it's funny because we're just talking about Tropico, and that's where we really lean into that. But yeah, your support for my political fund has been noted. I think we might need to name a park after you, unless you want the landfill named after you, since we were just looking at that. But perhaps a park or a neighborhood? Hang on a sec. So do I want to just... Do I want to triangle this or just get some lines going this way? I mean, we've got the pattern going here. Yeah, I think I will. And then here we have blocks that are long ways in this direction. Here we can have the blocks that are long ways in an alternate direction. So if we take this and bring it just shy of the highway for now. Actually, I suppose there's no reason not to extend it out to there. If Slimothy has said anything in chat, or unless they have a different username. But yeah, we'll name something after Slimothy in just a second. I'll double check the message as well. Do I still want to have some diagonals to connect these guys up? There's really one just T going this way would be enough, but I think I will.
Hey, Quill, pay attention. There's a new subscriber.
Do we want anything off of this? I mean, this doesn't line up here. Although we could build a little S connection. I think I kind of do want that, actually. Robo Blake, thanks for the sub. Yeah, okay. We uncap all these with tiny roundabouts. I think we do. They just look so nice. I mean, we technically lose a tiny bit of our space. But God, they look gorgeous, don't they? Happy little roundabouts. This has apparently got to be trimmed back a little.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate...
No, I don't want the voiceover. I want him streaming. Again, I like it when I'm playing alone. Now, we're going to just drop some low density in here, but I think what's going to happen is some of these low density areas, maybe, you know, bit by bit, are going to be replaced with something higher density. In fact, I think we can probably assume, well, at the very least, I would say some commercial over here, maybe? And then, yeah, maybe some higher density along these streets. This place is already complaining about the rent. We could try some actual high density. There is some actual demand for it. Although, I bet you it's the sort of thing we put one of these bad boys down, and the demand just melts away. Or I could develop this area. I mean, this is sort of the old city core, but I don't know if I want this to become, like, all skyscraper heaven. Slimothy Jimbles. Blaze Hill. And conceptually, this could be all Blood Red Blaze, like, town. Maybe this area here. Sort of like, you know, this college town that we're working on. Slimothy Acres. There we are. Bribes and politics. Name a more iconic pairing, right? Say a little bit more about the difference in CS2 and CS1. So, I actually don't have the numbers in front of me. I believe one of the things in CS2 is I think technically the maximum space might be a little bit smaller, but the scale of everything's a little bit smaller. Over here, you can fit a lot more in the territory. To me, the housing and everything like that feels a lot better size-wise. Something about the size of the road, something about the size of the zoning, something like that feels really good. By the way, we're gonna get a little hitching right now. Whenever we brand new develop a new area, we do notice a slight dip over here, as I think a bunch of traffic and a bunch of buildings, like all the buildings start to spawn in, and then all the people that are gonna move into this start to spawn off the map, and all of a sudden we get a drop. So we dropped down to about like 18 FPS per sec, but right now I'm back up to 47. So I was just noticing when I was moving around, it was like hitching a little bit. So yeah, anyway, we're not going to talk about performance things because we're not entirely sure what state that's going to end up with. So we'll see about that. But I mean, I love the fact that the demand for the zones is based on the densities. The road building tools are like 1,000 billion times better, even with mods, than CS1. It's really, really, really nice that way. Traffic seems to be smart and
I know I've
functional.
been living up to my name for a while,
Oni?
but I have a question. How does a non-binary ninja kill someone? They them also Mayor Quill. I would love a school named after me for my generous donation.
I think that got cut off a little bit. Oh, they slash them. A non-binary ninja kills someone. They slash them. It didn't read properly in the thing. I mean, I love language jokes. And Quiet Tony would like a school named after him. What about the college? We never did name this. This could be Quiet Tony College. College. Place for higher learning. The buildings are a little samey. Sometimes it feels like. I'm trying to remember. The problem with thinking about CS1 is I'm trying to remember the vanilla CS1 experience, right? As opposed to like heavily modded and with all the expansions. Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, the fact that the traffic actually works in this game is probably number one. Even with like Traffic Manager Presidential Edition or whatever that mod is called. I mean, traffic never quite behaved properly in CS1. You had to do a lot of things to sort of like work the system. Whereas here we can kind of just build organically in the way that makes sense. Now, people have certainly posted pictures of traffic jam cities. And we actually did experience a little bit of traffic jam very early on over here when we made this a higher density zone.
Since this is definitely not a bribe.
Oh, if it's not a bribe, then Halco, then I don't have to worry about naming anything after you. Great stuff. Thanks for letting me know, Halco. Halco knows the real way to bribe us. Send her chocolates. But yeah, we had a high density area over here, and this actually did create a traffic jam, which made perfect sense when we looked at it. So it ended up getting low density at some point. To do that. Plus, part of it may have been related to like the moving in burst of people at the time. But we had a lot of shorter roads with a lot of short intersections. There's an industrial section over here, so there's a lot of people getting up in the morning and going to work. So traffic jams do certainly exist. But it's like when you look at it, you're like, yep, that should be a traffic jam. As opposed to CS1, where like you end up with 50 cars all in one lane. Because one car over here is trying to make a turn and no one's swapping lanes properly or doing anything in the same manner. CS2 traffic feels good, man. Feels good. I don't know if they're like modeling as many of the cars or not. Although like, it certainly looks like there's plenty of vehicles here, but like, look at like the flow. Like these cars are mostly stopping for the pedestrians more than anything else. Like the cars they're moving. They're using different lanes. They're swapping lanes. Fun fan, thank you very much. I think we should name some of our major roads over here. These two, like these big crosses over here, this seems like a right place for some naming. So I'm gonna call this Halco, and I'm doing my 4 lanes, or I'm calling it avenues. And I'm always using short, the abbreviated versions when I do a rename, so I can help remember. And then over here, no, Bedford we hadn't renamed. So this is going to be Fun Fan, I think. Ave. Quiet Tony Ninja School is a nice name for college. That's what you want. All right, done. Yeah, we can't put anything in the middle of these roundabouts right now. Although, to be fair, I'm not sure. Well, first of all, you couldn't actually do a real roundabout in CS1. And I'm not sure we would have been able to place something in here in CS1 either without using the Anarchy mod. So that's the one. Move It and Anarchy mod are like the two things that I generally felt like I couldn't live without in CS1, and the things I'm most looking forward to in CS2 to get like ported over. So looking forward to that. We name restaurants? Yeah, but things drop up and down. We do have one named restaurant, of course. A very special one over on the top of Blaze Hill here. We've got our donuts to die for. Of course, this whole area is totally haunted, as well as this high school, which is now up to 139 students. I wonder, okay, let's place your bets. How many patients do we have in this hospital? Of course, for a long time, with a population of, I think the capacity of this hospital is 500. For quite some time, we had 3 people in it. Looks like the high number is 42 so far. And we got a couple of 69s, of course we do. And we got a lot of single-digit yeses. A lot of 37s. 11 patients! Oh, Lamb Gwyn literally said 11. There may have been a few others, of course. But a shoot out to Lamb for guessing the exact number. 11 patients in our hospital. Now, we did have some complaints about our healthcare for a while. And there was a time where, well, the medical clinic wasn't full, but when we went ahead and looked at our healthcare here, we did actually have more people sick. We had a capacity of 100 in our clinic, and we did have something like 111 sick or injured. Now, I think part of that may have been when we still had housing over here, and I think some people were getting slammed with some of the pollution. So that may have been part of it. And then, yeah, building this hospital here is ridiculous. In fact, should we just get rid of the clinic just to save a few bucks? Although the maintenance on the clinic isn't so bad. And we are making money right now. It's testament to the safety of your city. Yeah, we do get some traffic collisions from time to time, which is something great to see here in CS2. Adds a little bit of flavor. And you can get some little traffic jams when that happens. Now, theoretically, good road maintenance prevents or helps to limit the number of road accidents. But yeah, and we have seen ambulance come out and pick up people from that. So that's a whole thing. I'm assuming they can get hurt in a fire as well. We've seen people die. We've seen a house burn and then a hearse get called out. Money for Essentia.
Fun fact, you can't run through a campsite. You can only ran because it's past tense.
Oh my god. It took me a second. Well, I was trying to figure it out. You can't run past a campsite. Why? What is it? Because it's past. You can only ran because it's past tense. What? Oh.
Money for Essentia. Money for Essentia.
Why do dwarves make the best merchants?
Why?
Their prices are rock bottom. Here is your bribe, my fair mayor.
I don't know. I think my dwarves make very dangerous merchants because they always want to mug people. Do I want this to be straight, or do we want to introduce a little bit of curvature here? No, I think straight's gonna work. Or, I mean, would that be too boring? Maybe I do come off on a 180 from this thing, going from a 2-lane to a 4-lane. But we only go a little bit ways into the forest here. And then we peel off again, sort of this way, with another roundabout. And I'm going to develop on the inside here. I mean, I guess maybe a little on the outside. But again, for now, we're gonna pretend we're gonna leave this forest for now, although I'm sure we're gonna go tear that down. We still have demand for, like, all the things.
Here you go. This girl busts in line and starts filling up her drink, and she all looking at me like it's on. So I do a
What's
full body gurk like.
Oh, I'm.
And I say, y'all,
It's an ad, isn't it? District where you work Quill with streets? Oh man, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can do that. Seems beyond me. I think I want an avenue here. From this roundabout to that one. might be a little close.
Hey, Quill, pay attention. There's a new subscriber.
Giant Q? Not a corrupt mayor. Just ignore where I wrote my name in the streets. Might be able to do a big Q. So probably the simple curve tool is going to be the best way to do this. It's not gonna be as big as I thought. Hold on. Start a little lower here. 111 meters. $144 this way. So I go to 144 again here. And then 11 meters this way. No, that's not actually doing what I thought. Oh. Isn't that how it should work? You know what the better way to do it is? Let's get ourselves a little square guide here. That looks roughly bisected. Well, actually, I guess I can make sure. Drag this out. 120 meters. There we go. Now, I mean, there's our cube, but then how do I connect it? Or do we just leave it as is, disconnected, just as a signature? Or do we change this to a different road type? Do we write it in gravel? Just to have it a different color? Yeah, with dirt roads, huh? Or just connect the tail up. A tunnel. And then we just randomly have it come out over here. Adding a level crossing. Ooh. More custom buildings. Very elite neighborhood over here. Very exclusive. Could make it a gated community. Now, within the game, that only really makes a difference for traffic flow, which I don't think is going to make a difference over here. Only for 1,337 residents. I don't know if we can calculate that exactly. Now, so then we run into this issue of like, well, where do we keep expanding to over here? Do we cut through the forest? And I'm trying to like boost the population here. I want to start increasing the pop a whole bunch and see what happens with the game. We have more tiles available. The Q-minus is the spikes of residential zoning. I like it. Now we got like an embossed queue going on over here. Oh yeah, we're getting the people moving in lag. Skyscrapers on that island? I mean this over here, or because we don't have an. Well, I mean, I guess we do have islands, but I don't think it makes much. Oh, this island. This I guess you would call it an island, right? Where it gets split up by rivers like this. This is very Ile de Paris, or even Montreal was originally built on sort of an island like this, I think, right? Where the St. Lawrence sort of splits. I'm not sure. Oh, someone in chat said it's like Montreal. There you go, 1400K. There you are. I mean, historically, these are a great place for cities because it's a lot harder to lay siege. I guess you could still lay siege, but it's a hell of a lot harder to invade a city that's on an island like this. Perfect place to make an old town. Should we have, like, started over here? We could retroactively make an old town. I don't know how we would do that. I mean, I guess it would be a lot of row housing. Right? For an old towny kind of look. Considering the size of the river is closer to Laval than Montreal. The new old town. But yeah, I kind of agree. Let's buy these tiles. Unless, okay, hold on. We do have a little bit of office demand too, but there's some industrial demand. Let's take a quick gander first at our natural resources here. So yeah, we got our wood cutting over there. Ooh, there's more ore over here, but I kind of like the idea of making it a nice living space. So I might ignore that. Do we want to do a mining setup over here? We've got to be a little bit cautious of the airflow. So it's going to blow into this area here. So we don't want to have residential necessarily there, but over here would still be fine. Let's just do handle isolated district like your queue. Right over the grass. No, we have a tunnel. We have a tunnel from here. You can see these cars. This is all the people moving in to the queue. Hey, Quantum Gamer, thanks for the sub. Go for a central park using forest and a university district. You know, the sides aren't going to be perfectly flat, and it might not connect over here, but we could do a big gon. Like, I don't know. Like, almost kind of a hexagon. Maybe a septagon. Leave this foresty area intact for now. The Quilluminati over here, the Q symbol, yeah. The Q could be higher density. Summer home for the Butcher of Blood Race Hill. So let's go on our 4-lane roads. Coming off of this roundy beat. Little roundy boot. Could even, that would be insane. Maybe we do an interchange over here. I might go and build my own for the first time, just to try to make things a little bit more compact. It'll probably be ugly, because that's what happens when I build my own. But this probably makes a certain amount of sense. Notice on Saturday, I don't think you put the post office in mailboxes, but I don't think you put down the sorting facility. Got to get the post out of town. You're right, we don't have the sorting facility yet. Oh, nice, stupid. Okay, I'm going to bury these power lines here. Not all of them. I'm leaving these because I kind of like the flavor, but we are going to have to bury these lines here to make room for the interchange. So it is time to do that. So let's bulldoze certain amount of this. I haven't actually tried it. I'm assuming people mentioned you could. And so I'm assuming those people weren't lying to me. I mean, do you imagine someone going onto the internet and just lying about things? Crazy talk. Over. Oh, is it pipe here? A little lower, and then connect up over there. Okay. They just looked like they end. Weird. I kind of almost expected like the cables to go down into some sort of junction box. Okay. Highways. One way. We're going to do this quite small. Jesus. I'm fine. I mean, overlapping items. Hang on, I'm going to read that in a second. I'm just trying to... Come on. I mean, in real life, this would be a terrible merging area. Rife for accidents. But that was Constable Nicobar's, wasn't it? I can't see the message in chat. Sound effect was loud. There it is. It's been great watching you play City Skylines 2, Quill. Happy Monday. Thank you very much. I'm really enjoying it. And I hope everyone's going to be happy when they get their hands on it. We will see. So, that's really weird. That I can't build this close to this bridge for some reason. I wonder what's actually determining that it's no good. Even here, look. Huh. Yeah, see, it doesn't want to do this. Look at that. I wonder why that is. Yeah, so it's going to lead to worse spaghettification. Huh. Get in there from there. You can get in there from there. You can get out this way and you can get out that way. There you are. Okay. We don't really need to connect up over here because people can just drive to that area, so it's fine. We're sort of treating this part as one end of our N-gon. Oh, wait, is it food? Red Soar! Oh, thank you very much! Well, that's food sorted. So we can make this smaller. It would have been really funny if I had spaghetti on the treat stream. Red Soar! Pineapple, all the jalapeno pizza. All the flavor profiles covered. Yeah, I don't know why. I think it was because we just heard some sound and I wasn't focused the right way. Yeah, the timing was off. I don't hate this, actually. Ideally, actually, I think this one here might go on the outside and then curve in that way. That might be better. Now I'm worried about, like, is it going to complain about weird overlaps and stuff, though? Because it was a little bit strange about things. Yeah, this is okay. I still don't know. We got this demand for high density. We've also got a little bit of demand for office stuff. Now, I'm wondering if I can put down some offices here and if maybe they're not as vulnerable to pollution. So we're going to give that a go.
Where do bad rainbows go? Prism. It's a light sentence. Gives them time to reflect. P.S. Festering toe healthcare systems would be a great addition to your city.
Festering toe healthcare systems. I mean, that is a name. Festering toe healthcare. Okay, just like that, all the office demand goes away. Now, do we know if the office demand is based on education levels in the city? Is it that if we have more and more highly educated people, there'll be more demand for offices, or is it just proportional to our population? I don't know. A light sentence. Yeah. Is it a good one? Is it? And I don't know still if the offices are going to be vulnerable to pollution. I think it might mostly be the residential that complains about it, but we'll see. Now, oh, here. I don't want to encroach too much on our little rural area. If this just extends out, how do we feel about this? Kind of okay. And then do we break the pattern here and put in like a curvilineous loop? It's like a big pizza slice. Well, it's a little off kilter. We should have made a pizza. It says which modifies which if you demand. I mean, I can go here. I can check office demand. So labor availability, low taxes is what's currently affecting it. So yeah, I guess more people, especially with the right education levels, might bring it up. Okay, I'm going to zone this part first so it locks in. Might just do some medium density here. That way, if we go and start drawing here, same thing here. Let me just, let me drop some commercial there. Because that way, if I do anything here, the zoning that develops from this won't overwrite the already established zones. Which is, I think, the way I want to do it. So I'm connecting up different bits of this residential section road just so that nothing's like an obvious drive-through, because I don't really want any local traffic. Or I only want local traffic through this. No one driving through. That's the right road. That's the right road. I think that sounds like a plane driving overhead. Driving? Yes, plane, you know, The thing you do when you, with planes, you drive them. Everybody knows that. I love flying cars. Someone who lives near an airport, I can say sometimes you move into an area with noise pollution, weather, because that's because you can't afford to live. Right, yeah. Make this part of gated community outside traffic and trust zones pass through. True. I mean, I don't think there's any reason for anything to have driven through, but we're still going to go and do this little break up here. It's kind of a traffic calming kind of vibe. I think this curve continues here. Okay. We got a new neighborhood being established lag. There you go. Oh. As all these houses pop in. Nuclear hazard zone? Oh, I see what you're saying. You know, I was talking about leaving this forest intact, but now I'm thinking I kind of just want to close this loop. You know? Do we commit to the pizza vibe? A little bit Pac-Man-y? Yeah. Is this section here the open Pac-Man mouth and it's eating the power pellet? Or just the regular pellet, I suppose? Power pellet's the one that makes you invulnerable to ghosts. Waka 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 waka. So, if we come off of... Oops. Right here. I mean, it's a little more egg-shaped than round. Like, clearly more of an oval. But I think that's okay. I think I'm fine with that. Do a peace symbol. Maybe do forest industry in the woods. It is a thing. We have a forest industry over here. So we've got sort of our more little rural area of Juna Fields. Right? A little bit of farming. I think I would like a lot more farms. There's actually more demand for it, so we could do a lot of things with farms here. And then we've got some forest industry happening there. And then, yeah, cargo rail out. Oh! Our car company over here is on fire. Remember, this area here is all cars and liquor. Well, I mean, it doesn't specify what kind of beverages, but it's the only thing to do in Juna Fields. Drink drive. Does the city allow ferrets? Asking for a pet. Ferrets are cute. My sister used to have ferrets. And they were great. Brilliant little dudes. Love the little war dance they do. I have this person. Oh, it's a hearse. Oh. And another hearse. Oh, no. But these fires are deadly. I like how, like, a phone call just now, and the display on the phone says potential fraud. Thanks, phone. Generally speaking, if anyone calls my cell phone, that's what it is. There's like 2 people that call. The hearses came quick. They didn't even need a doctor to declare them dead. Yeah, I thought there might have been ambulances first, but nope. Straight to death. All right, so if these streets are going this way, I think here what we'll do is we'll do parallel in this direction. Wow, they left a message. That is some dedicated fraud attempt. Have I checked on my extended warranty lately? Maybe there's something I should know. Let's do these zones here. Again, just to sort of lock in the shape of the zoning on on the main streets. Isn't there something like that in Starfield? Isn't there a random encounter you can get in space where someone like hails you? Like, we've been trying to reach you about your extended warranty on your spaceship. I haven't actually seen it, but I think that is a thing. I think I've seen screenshots. I know it's like, I would be so annoyed trying to drive through these neighborhoods, but I kind of like this. Oh, do we have you connect over here? I might. In which case, I don't want that there. Well, then I might go and put down a couple of streets here, just for looks, you know? And then maybe this one. Oh, it's chunky. Oh, right. That had to be there just because to fill in that space. I guess that can be a short. I usually try not to have my intersections too close together, but this isn't going to be an issue over there. It's like a brick pattern. Money for Essentia. Money for Essentia.
Since it has been such a long time since I was able to catch a stream, here is something for the Essentia Appreciation Fund.
That's gonna buy a lot of bubble tea. That's gonna get a lot of bubble tea. Wow. Wow, Shamsa, thank you so much. Wow. And yeah, you've definitely been someone who's been around and supporting the channel for a long time. Thank you so much. We're clearly gonna have to name something after Shamsa here. Should we name one of these wedges? Should it just be that? Actually, since Raidsaur, thinking about Raidsaur here, is always the one buying snacks, and just recently treat streamed a pizza, which should be here soonish. I propose we name one of the wedges after them as well. So let's name this creation tool. Will there be a Football Manager 24 stream at some point? I really hope so. I've enjoyed our Football Manager stuff in the past greatly. And I'm very interested in playing FM24. So we shall see. So the answer is, I hope so, but who knows? Don't overlap then. Okay, turn off snapping. Let's just dodge that neighborhood. Okay, now we can put snapping back on. Okay. Remember, you spelled with like a 0, right? Yeah. It's like Raidsaur. Wedge? Neighborhood? We could keep crest in there. And then this one here is Shamsa. Is there something that's spelled so wrong? Is there something that starts with an S for this area, this zone, this neighborhood? Whoa. Oh, tilde hides the UI? Oh my god. I always go into photo mode and then go here. But apparently just hitting the tilde key. Slice city with an S. Subdistrict. Section. Shamsa subdivision. Oh, man. All right, that's going to save me so much time with my screenshots now. Whee! Shire. Subunit. Suburb. You like Shamsa Shire? Actually, so do I. Who said that? JMath said that. Shamsa Shire. It was very nice. Okay. This could be Raidsaur Ridge then instead of Crest. Ah? Yeah. Tremsa sector. Feels more Stellaris than City Skylines. All right, let's let the population catch up over here. Just lean into the alliteration. At least Football Manager saves can carry over new edition of the game since F10 23. That's true. Did I have a save running in 23? I guess I did, because 23 was on the Xbox Game Pass. The weather doesn't help, but yeah, right now everyone's moving into the city. So we're probably hitting some FPS lows, but there we go, we're past it. Every time we zone a huge area, we get that little choppiness, and then it goes back to running perfectly fine. So we're at 42 FPS right now. Is homelessness an issue in CS2? I don't think so. I don't think people can live in your city unless they have a house. Which is sort of just sweeping the problem under the rug. But we've got an idealized view of our society over here, I guess. That's true, we don't have any city services in this area. Well, I think there's a little bit that we built here near the college. Now it's smooth, now that everyone has moved in here. Great. Homelessness is a factor in CS2? Can we find out? Is it under our population bit here? I mean, do they build little shacks, like in Tropico? Be cool if there's a vagrancy mechanics. Edmera, what do you mean? So you claim that it exists. Do it. When are we getting high density area? So I think it's a good question. The question though is, do some of our older areas get rezoned, or is it part of a new area? You know? By the way, also our landfill's starting to fill up again, so I did unlock the recycling center and the incineration plant. I think our power situation is fine. Oh, I'm sorry. Are we producing 92 tons per month? Oh, I completely misinterpreted that. I thought this number here, because it says 0.56 of 0.5, I assumed the 0.56 is how much my city's actually producing. And I'm currently processing 0.5. But no, okay, so we need a million times more garbage processing. I think SimCity 4 had the ability to like ship your garbage off map. We don't have that. Spiffing has homelessness in the city. Really? How do you manage that? Now, I assume our power is still fine. Yeah, we're still wickedly overproducing it. So rather than go to an incineration plant, we will go recycling center. Although it only processes 10 tons a month. Oh, the incineration plant can process up to 40. It is insanely expensive. Do we just get rid of the gas power plant and replace it entirely with the incineration plant? Oh, we got an ad break coming up here. Just so you know. But air pollution, yeah, that's fine. I guess what we could do is we could go and build a road out here to build the incineration plant a little farther away. It was great to eat the garbage to other cities, yeah. You know what? Since there is an ad break running, I'll let the city keep going here. I'm gonna go and get some water because I was silly and the only beverage I had is my cup of coffee, which is now basically done. So everyone get up and stretch during the ad break. I'm gonna do that. Hydrate. BRB.